Welcome to the channel, everyone. Today we're going to be checking out another microphone by FIFINE, the FIFINE K669C. The C stands for condenser. It is a condenser microphone. It is great for podcasting. It is great for streaming. And most importantly, it is a budget-friendly option. But anyway, let's jump in this video. Let's go over the ins and outs of it. And let's talk about everything about the FIFINE K669C condenser microphone. Alright, so let's talk about what we get whenever we open the box. Right off the bat, we are greeted with a set of instructions for the microphone itself. Once you remove the initial packaging, you have the microphone and you have a stand that goes along with the microphone. One suggestion I would make, that the stand is extremely short, so to get the best possible sound quality out of this microphone, I would recommend buying a cheap boom arm off of Amazon, or if you have one already, just attaching it as well. Saying that, it does come with an included threading, 4 3/8 or 5/8 threading for the microphone itself, so you don't need an adapter to be able to attach it to an additional boom arm. Alright, so let's talk about the specs of the microphone now. As I stated, this is an XLR only microphone. It does require an audio interface, and it does require 48 volts of phantom power. I have it currently connected to my FIFINE SC3 audio interface, and this is the sound quality straight out of the box. As far as specs go, the response frequency of it is from 30 hertz to 20 kilohertz, and it also has a cardioid pattern pickup for the microphone itself. I do have my Windows volume set to 85%. I have the gain on my SC3 audio interface a little bit below 50%, so this is the sound quality you should expect. I do have it on a desk mic stand instead of a boom arm. That way it would be able to be in closer proximity to my mouth. The capsule, again, this is a condenser microphone, so you should not be speaking into the top of the microphone, but directly into the capsule on the front of the microphone itself. There is writing that says FIFINE on the front, so that gives you an indication of where the front of this microphone is. Well, we'll do some sound quality testing as we go through the video, but right now, this is what you get straight out of the box, nothing done to it whatsoever. We'll go back and add some noise gates and things like that to it, just see if we can isolate some background noise. But currently, this is what it sounds like. Overall, it's a pretty decent microphone on Amazon right now. It's around $36, so relatively inexpensive if you want to grab it for yourself. Again, you do have to have an audio interface for it, and it does have to provide 48 volts of phantom power for the microphone itself to function. As far as the actual build quality of the microphone, it is a completely metal body. For $36, in all honesty, you really can't beat that for the price. The construction of it is extremely nice. So for 36 bucks, you're getting an extremely well-built microphone. One thing I will say, though, is that at $36, it does require you to have an audio interface. So if you don't have one already, you're going to have to grab one, pick one up. As I said, I'm using the SC3 audio interface. So between the microphone itself and an audio interface, it's going to run you around $90 because the interface itself is about 50 bucks on Amazon. The microphone is about 37 bucks. So for a complete package, just for microphone interface, you're going to have to buy an XLR cable as well. That's not included, so you can grab one for around $10 or $12 also. So in all, you're going to spend around $100 when it comes to buying the microphone, an interface if you don't already have one, and an XLR cable. So as far as a starter microphone, this would be a good option if you plan on upgrading your microphone later on. As I said, you're investing in the microphone itself, an XLR cable, and an audio interface. There are some other really nice options from FIFINE as well that are strictly USB. So if you just want to grab a USB microphone and forego all the other options that come along with getting an XLR microphone, you can go that route. But right now, this is a pretty good microphone itself. The sound quality is relatively decent. There are some little oddity things about it that I don't really care for personally, but with a little bit of EQ, a few filters on it, I think we can take care of that. And a lot of the microphones, if you're not properly setting them up, they're going to sound terrible. Even a $1,000 microphone, if you don't set it up properly, it's not going to sound good unless you do the proper things to it to make it sound great. Okay, so let's do a few sound tests on the K669C. There are no filters at this point. We're going to tap on our keyboard, going to tap on the microphone stand, the actual microphone body itself, and our desk, just to see how well it isolates background noise. Again, keep in mind, microphones are designed to pick up sound. So keep that in mind whenever I'm doing these sound tests. And then we'll go back and we'll add some filters to the microphone and see how well it does with those filters added as well. So right now I got brown switches on my keyboard. So we are just tapping on the keyboard at the moment, pressing the space bar. Again, my keyboard is behind my microphone at this point. In most occurrences, your microphone will be behind the keyboard, so keep that in mind of how well it isolates noises whenever you're typing on the keyboard. But again, just pressing different keys on the keyboard, 1, 2, 3, pressing the space bar. Now I'm actually tapping on the stand itself for the microphone. My camera is going to shake because it's going to make my desk shake. Tapping on the arm of the desk stand. And now we're tapping on the body of the microphone and near the capsule as well. And this is what it sounds like whenever you're tapping on the microphone itself. Again, tapping on my desk one more time. And there we go. And that is what the microphone sounds like while doing simple ordinary day tasks while using it. Okay, so here's what the microphone sounds like now that we enabled a noise gate, a compressor, and some noise suppression as well. We'll do the same little things again. We'll tap on this and we'll start on the keyboard just like we did a while ago. Again, tapping on the keyboard. Again, brown switches on my keyboard. Just pressing the different keys, pressing the space bar, all the different keys while I'm talking and while I'm tapping. Now we're tapping on the stand itself, the microphone. Arm going up to the microphone and now to the body of the microphone. Again, this is not going to get rid of the sound, but just to give you the idea of what it sounds like whenever these have these filters installed. Now tapping on the desk while I'm talking, just doing a few little odds and ends. And there we go. This is what it sounds like with noise filters enabled, noise suppression, and a compressor as well enabled on the microphone. Okay, so now we're going to do one final test, and that is enabling an equalizer. I use a program called APO Equalizer, and I use a better interface for it that includes sliders. I do this for all my microphones that I use, all my headphones. It allows you to add EQ to your headset, to your speakers, any microphone that you're using. So let's go ahead and let's enable this equalizer. It is a software-based equalizer. I do not have a actual physical equalizer to use for microphone, but let's turn it on. So give me just a second. So this is what the microphone sounds like now that I have enabled the equalizer. I've increased the bass. I'll throw a screenshot up here just so you'll be able to see exactly what I've done to the equalizer itself. Pretty much just increase the bass for the microphone. Everything else is left flat across the board as far as EQ goes, but just add a little bit of extra bass to the microphone while I'm speaking and while I'm recording. One reason I use an outside equalizer instead of the one built into OBS is the fact that I don't always record inside of OBS. Whenever I'm recording or editing videos, I might have to do a voiceover, and I still want to have that same sound quality across my microphone whenever I'm using it outside of OBS. So final thoughts on the K669C microphone. Body of the microphone, build quality of the microphone is absolutely amazing. However, where it does falter at is the fact that it is an XLR only microphone, and it does require you to buy an XLR cable and an audio interface. And by the time you add all that together, you're going to invest at least $100 into getting this microphone set up. There are some other options out there as well for USB options that would work really well instead of getting this one. However, if you plan on upgrading later on to a different microphone for an XLR setup, absolutely worth it. Sound quality on the microphone is relatively decent. It could be better, but for $36, you're getting what you're paying for. There is no denying that. But again, FIFINE K669C, nice microphone, great build quality, inexpensive. If you're looking for an upgrade path, starting out with this one is not going to be a bad option for you. Anyway, guys and gals, this is my thoughts on the FIFINE K669C microphone. If you want to pick it up, links are going to be down in the description. It is going to be an affiliate link, so keep that in mind. But anyway, hope to see you in the next video. And until then, much love, peace out, and we'll see you soon.